I have type C. You will be full in 10 minutes. You now B and C. Deuteronomy 31, New American Standard Bible. So Moses went and spoke these words to all Israel too, and he said to them, I am 120 years old. I am no longer able to come and go. And the Lord has said to me, you shall not cross this Jordan. And he said to them, I am 122 years old. I am no longer able to come and go. And the Lord has said to me, you shall not cross this Jordan. 3. It is the Lord your God who will cross ahead of you. He will destroy these nations before you, and you shall dispose them. Joshua is the one who will cross ahead of you, just as the Lord has spoken. For the Lord will do to them just as he did to Sihon and Og, the kings of the Amorites, unto their land, when he destroyed them. But the Lord will deliver them up before you, and you shall do to them according to all the commandments which I have commanded you. 6. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or tremble at them, for the Lord your God is the one who goes with you. He will not fail you or forsake you. 7. Then Moses called to Joshua and said to him in the sight of all Israel, be strong and courageous, for you shall go with these people into the land which the Lord had sworn to their fathers to give them, and you shall give it to them as an inheritance. 8. The Lord is the one who goes ahead of you. He will be with you. He will not fail you or forsake you. Do not fear or be dismayed. 9. So Moses wrote this law and gave it to the priests, the sons of Levi, who carried the ark of the covenant of the Lord, and to all the elders of Israel. 10. Then Moses commanded them, saying, at the end of every 7 years, at the time of year of remission of debts, at the feast of booths. 11. When all Israel comes to appear before the Lord your God at the place which he will choose, you shall read this law in front of all Israel in their hearing. 12. Assemble the people, the men and the women and the children and the alien who is in your town, so that they may hear and learn and fear the Lord your God, and be careful to observe all the words of this law. 13. Their children who have not known will hear and learn to fear the Lord your God, as long as you live on the land which you are about to cross the Jordan to possess. 14. Then the Lord said to Moses, behold, the time for you to die is near. Call Joshua and present yourself at the tent of meeting, that I may commission him. So Moses and Joshua went and presented themselves at the tent of meeting. 15. The Lord appeared in the tent in a pillar of cloud, and the pillar of cloud stood at the doorway of the tent. 16. The Lord said to Moses, behold, you are about to lie down with your fathers, and this people will arise and play the harlot with the strange goods of the Lord, into the midst of which they are going, and will forsake me and break my covenant which I have made with them. 17. Then my anger will be kindled against them in that day, and I will forsake them and hid my face from them, and they will be consumed, and many evils and troubles will come upon them, so that they will say in that day, is it not because our God is not among us that these evils have come upon us? 18. But I will surely hide my face in that day because of all the evil which they will do, for they will turn to other gods. 19. Now therefore write this song for yourselves and teach it to the sons of Israel. Put it on their lips, so that this song may be a witness for me against the sons of Israel. 20. For when I bring them into the land flowing with milk and honey, which I swore to their fathers, and they have eaten and are satisfied and become prosperous, then they will turn to other gods and serve them and spurn me and break my covenant. 21. Then it shall come about, when many evils and troubles have come upon them, that this song will testify before them as a witness, for it shall not be forgotten from the lips of their descendants. For I, Deuteronomy 31, New American Standard Bible, know their intent which they are developing today, because I have brought them into the land which I swore. 22. So Moses wrote this song the same day and taught it to the sons of Israel. 23. Then he commissioned Joshua the son of Nun and said, Be strong and courageous, for you shall bring the sons of Israel into the land which I swore to them, and I will be with you. 14. It came about when Moses finished writing the words of this law in a book until they were complete. 25. That Moses commanded the Levites who carried the ark of the covenant of the Lord, saying, 26. Take this book of the law and place it beside the ark of the covenant of the Lord your God, that it may remain there as a witness against you. 27. For I know your rebellion and your stubbornness. Behold, while I am still alive with you today, you have been rebellious against the Lord. How much more then after my death? 28. Assemble to me all the elders of your tribes and your officers, that I may speak these words in their hearing, and call the heavens and the earth to witness against them. 29. For I know that after my death you will act corruptly and turn from the way which I have commanded you, and evil will befall you in the latter days, for you will do that which is evil in the sight of the Lord, provoking him to anger with the work of your hands. 30. Then Moses spoke in the hearing of all the assembly of Israel the words of this song until they were complete. Deuteronomy 32, New American Standard Bible. 1. Give ear, O heavens, and let me speak, and let the earth hear the words of my mouth. 2. Let my teachings drop as the rain, my speech distill as the dew, as the droplets on the fresh grass, and as the showers on the herb. 3. Showers on the herb. What does that mean? Showers on the herb. What does that mean? Showers on the herb. Showers on the herb. My doctrine shall drop as the rain, my speech shall distill as the dew, as the small rain upon the tender grass, as the showers upon the herb. Give ear. What does it mean? Teaching drop as my doctrine. Let my teachings drop as the rain, my speech distill as the dew, as the droplets on the fresh grass, and as the showers of the herb. Showers. not showers of the herb. 3. For I proclaim the name of the Lord, ascribe greatness to our God. For the rock, his work is perfect, for all his ways are just, a God of faithfulness and without injustice. Righteous and upright is he. 5. They have acted corruptly toward him. They are not his children because of their defect, but are a perverse and crooked generation. 6. Do you thus repay the Lord, all foolish and unwise people? Is not he your Father who has bought you? He has made you and established you. 7. Remember the days of old. Consider the years of all generations. Ask your Father, and he will inform you, your elders, and they will tell you. 8. When the Most High gave the nations their inheritance, when he separated the sons of man, he set the boundaries of the peoples according to the number of the sons of Israel. 9. For the Lord's portion is his people. Jacob is the allotment of his inheritance. 10. He found him in a desert land and in the howling west of a wilderness. He encircled him, he cared for him, he guarded him as the people of his eye. 11. Like an angel that stirs up its nest, that hovers over its young, he spread his wings and caught them. He carried them on his pinions. 12. The Lord alone guided him, and there was no foreign god with him. 13. He made him ride on the high places of the earth, and he ate the produce of the field, and he made him suck honey from the rock, and oil from the flinty rock. 14. Curds of cows and milk of the flock, with fat of lambs and rams, the bread of Bashan and goats, with the finest of the wheat, and of the blood of grapes you drank wine. 5. But Jeshurun grew fat and kicked. You are a grown fat, thick and sleek. Then he forsook God who made him and scorned the rock of his salvation. 16. They made him jealous with strange gods. With abominations they provoked him to anger. 17. They sacrificed to demons who were not God, to gods whom they have not known, new gods who came lately, whom your fathers did not dread. 18. You neglected the rock who begot you, and forgot the God who gave you birth. 19. The Lord saw this and spurned them because of the provocation of his sons and daughters. 20. Then he said, I will hide my face from them. I will see what their end shall be, for they are a perverse generation, sons in whom is no faithfulness. 21. They have made me jealous with what is not God. They have provoked me to anger with their idols. So I will make them jealous with those who are not a people. I will provoke them to anger with a foolish nation. 22. For a fire is kindled in my anger, and burns to the lowest part of Sheol, and consumes the earth with its yield, and sets on fire the foundations of the mountains. 10:3. I will heap misfortunes on them. I will use my arrows on them. 10:4. They will be wasted by famine, and consumed by plague and bitter destruction, and the teeth of beasts I will send upon them, with the venom of crawling things of the dust. 25. Outside the sword I will bereave, and inside terror, both young man and virgin, the nursling with the man of gray hair. 26. I would have said, I will cut them to pieces. I will remove the memory of them from men. 27. Had I not feared the provocation by the enemies, that their adversaries would misjudge, that they would say, our hand is triumphant, 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 and the Lord has not done all this. 28. For they are a nation lacking in counsel. COUNSEL, counsel, and there is no understanding in them. 29. Would that they were wise, that they understood this, that they would discern their future. Deuteronomy 32, New American Standard Bible 30. How could one chase 1,000 and put 10,000 to flight unless their rock had sold them and the Lord had given them up? 31. Indeed, their rock is not like our rock. Even our enemies themselves judge this. 32. For their vine is from the vine of Sodom and from the fields of Gomorrah. Their grapes are grapes of poison, their clusters bitter. 33. Their wine is the venom of serpents and the deadly poison of cobras. 34. Is it not laid up in store with me, sealed up in my treasuries? 35. Vengeance is mine, and retribution in due time their foot will slip, for the day of their calamity is near, and their impending things are hastening upon them. 30. For the Lord will vindicate. For the Lord will vindicate his people, and he will have compassion on his servants when he sees that their strength is gone, and there is none remaining bond of free. 37. He will say, what are their gods? The rock in which they sought refuge. 38. Who ate the fat of their sacrifices and drank the wine of their drink offering? Let them rise up and help you. Let them be your hiding place. 39. See now that I am he, and there is no God besides me. It is I who put to death and give life. I have wounded, and it is I who heal, and there is no one who can deliver from my hand. 40. Indeed, I lift up my hand to heaven and say, as I live forever. 41. If I sharpen my flashing sword and my hand takes hold on justice, I will render vengeance on my adversaries, and I will repay those who hate me. 42. I will make my arrows drunk with blood, and my sword will devour flesh with the blood of the slain and the captives from long-haired leaders of the army. 43. Rejoice, O nations, with his people, for he will avenge the blood of his servants, and he will render vengeance on his adversaries, and he will atone for his land and his people. 44. Then Moses came and spoke all the words of this song in the hearing of the people with Joshua the son of Nun. 45. When Moses had finished speaking all these words to Israel, 46, he said to them, take to your heart all the words with which I am warning you today, which you shall command your sons to obey carefully, even all the words of this law. 47. For it is not an idle word for you, indeed it is your life, and by this word you will prolong your days in the land which you are about to cross the Jordan to possess. 48. The Lord spoke to Moses that very same day, saying, 49. Go up to this mountain of Abiram, Mount Nebo, which is in the land of Moab, opposite Jericho, and look at the land of Canaan, which I am giving to the sons of Israel for a possession. 50. Then die on the mountain where you ascend, and be gathered to your people, as Aaron your brother died on Mount Horeb, and was gathered to his people. 51. Because you broke faith with me in the midst of the sons of Israel at the waters of Meribah, Kadesh, in the wilderness of Zin, because you did not treat me as holy in the midst of the sons of Israel. 52. For you shall see the land at a distance, but you shall not go there into the land which I am giving the sons of Israel. Deuteronomy 33, New American Standard Bible 1. Now, this is the blessing with which Moses, the man of God, blessed the sons of Israel before his death. To he said, the Lord came from Sinai and dawned on them from Seir. He shone forth from Mount Paran, and he came from the midst of 10,000 holy ones. At his right hand there was flashing lightning for them. 3. Indeed, he loves the people. All your holy ones are in your hand, and they followed in your steps. Everyone receives of your words. For Moses charged us with the law, a possession of the assembly of Jacob. 5. And he was king in Jeshurun, when the heads of the people were gathered, the tribes of Israel together. 6. May Reuben live and not die.
So I'm very something that I think was an experience, and then you say that you both are and I became, and the money that you brought was something whatever I only said, you not study enough. So if you believe that, and then you know what, so I should understand. But it's only that it's me, I'm still a But we are still alive. That can go every week, still alive. The second thing is, you cannot see up and say, we could be have us. Just like, you see the friends, sort of family, stomach, that you can see, more than what they don't know the stuff. So it's like, family, the husband. So, you can't see how much you do. I don't make it this. It's probably I think we have some of these things say, and also so when you write statements, then after going to the secret, I give them the whole lot of the manage that mistakes. I can know it's actually the most you still revive still making ownership of that. And then it's very using that. Can you see the way that's the still has 9 million? You can never say the institution that shows that the foundation is foundation. But as you know, it knows that it's not important to the so I live in the private. All this food you give me one style is what is it going to do? What is that? Focus.
6. May Reuben live and not die, nor his men be few. 7. And this regarding Judah. So he said, Hear, O Lord, the voice of Judah, and bring him to his people. With his hands he contended for them, and may you be a help against his adversaries. 8 of Levi said, Let your Tamim, Thummim, Tumim, and let your Urim belong to your godly man, whom you proved at Massah, with whom you contended at the waters of Meribah. 9. Who said of his father and his mother, I did not consider them, and he did not acknowledge his brother, nor did he regard his own sons, for they observed your word and kept your covenant. 10. They shall teach you your ordinances to Jacob, and your law to Israel. They shall put incense before you, and hold burnt offerings on your altar. 11. O Lord, bless his substance, and accept the work of his hands. Shatter the loins of those who rise up against him, and those who hate him, so that they will not rise again. 12 of Benjamin said, May the beloved of the Lord dwell in security by him who shields him all the day, and he dwells between his shoulders. 13 of Joseph he said, Blessed of the Lord be his land with the choice things of heaven with a dew, and from deep lying beneath. 14. And with the choice yield of the sun, and with the choice produce of the months. 15. And with the best things of the ancient mountains, and with the choice things of the everlasting hills. 16. And with the choice things of the earth and its fullness, and the favor of him who dwelt in the bush. Let it come to the head of Joseph, and to the crown of the head of the one distinguished among his brothers. 17. As the firstborn of his ox, majesty is his, and his horns are the horns of the wild ox. With them he will push the peoples all at once to the ends of the earth. And those are the 10,000s of Ephraim, and those are the thousands of Manasseh. 18 of Zebulun. Say, rejoice, Zebulun, in your going forth, and Asachah in your tents. 19. They will call peoples to the mountain. There they will offer righteous sacrifices, but they will show out the abundance of the seas and the hidden treasures of the sun. 20. Of God he said, Blessed is the one who enlarges God. He lies down as a lion and tears the arm, also the crown of the head. 21. Then he provided the first part for himself, for the ruler's portion was reserved, and he came with the leaders of the people. He executed the justice of the Lord and his ordinances with Israel. 22 of Dan he said, Dan is the lion's whelp, W-H, that leaps from Bashan. The 3 of Naphtali said, O Naphtali, satisfied with favor and full of the blessing of the Lord, take possession of the sea and the south. 24 of Asai said, More blessed than sons is Asa. May he be favored by his brothers, and may he dip his foot in oil. 25. Your locks will be iron and bronze, and according to your days, so will your leisurely walk be. Deuteronomy 33, New American Standard Bible. 26. There's none like the God of Jeshurun, who rides the heavens to your help, and through the skies in his majesty. The eternal God is a dwelling place, and underneath are the everlasting arms, and he drove out the enemy from before you, and he said, destroy it. And 8. So Israel dwells in security, the fountain of Jacob, secluded in a land of grain and new wine. His heavens also drop down dew. Blessed are you, O Israel, who is like a people saved by the Lord, who is the shield of your help and the sword of your majesty. So your enemies will cringe before you, and will tread upon their high places. Deuteronomy 34, New American Standard Bible. 1. Now Moses went up from the plains of Moab to Mount Nebo, to the top of Pisgah, which is opposite Jericho. And the Lord showed him all the land Gilead as far as Dan, 2, and all Naphtali, and the land of Ephraim and Manasseh, and the land of Judah as far as the western sea. 3. And Negev, and the plain in the valley of Jericho, the city of palm trees as far as Zoar, Zoar. Then the Lord said to him, this is the land which I swore to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, saying, I will give it to you, to your descendants. I have let you see it with your eyes, but you shall not go over there. 5. So Moses, the servant of the Lord, died there in the land of Moab, according to the word of the Lord. M-O-A-B, Moab. 6. And he buried him in the valley in the land of Moab, opposite Beth Peor, but no man knows his burial place to this day. 7. Although Moses was 120 years old when he died, his eye was not dim, nor his vigor abated. 8. So the sons of Israel wept for Moses in the plains of Moab 30 days. Then the days of weeping and mourning for Moses came to an end. 9. Now Joshua the son of Nun was filled with the spirit of wisdom, for Moses had laid his hands on him. And the sons of Israel listened to him and did as the Lord had commanded Moses. 10. Since that time no prophet has risen in Israel like Moses, whom the Lord knew face to face. 11. For all the signs and wonders which the Lord sent him to perform in the land of Egypt against Pharaoh, all his servants and all his land. 2. And for all the mighty power and for all the great terror which Moses performed in the sight of all Israel. Joshua, 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 1, New American Standard Bible 1. Now it came about after the death of Moses, the servant of the Lord, that the Lord spoke to Joshua, the son of Nun, Moses' servant, saying, to Moses, my servant is dead. Now therefore arise, cross this Jordan, you and all these people, to the land which I am giving to them, to the sons of Israel. 3. Every place on which the sole of your foot treads, I have given it to you, just as I spoke to Moses. 4. From the wilderness and this Lebanon, even as far as the great river, the river Euphrates, all the land of the Hittites, and as far as the great sea toward the setting of the sun, will be your territory. 5. No man will be able to stand before you all the days of your life. Just as I have been with Moses, I will be with you. I will not fail you or forsake you. 6. Be strong and courageous, for you shall give this people possession of the land which I swore to their fathers to give them. 7. Only be strong and very courageous. Be careful to do according to all the law which Moses, my servant, commanded you. Don't turn from it to the right or to the left, so that you may have success wherever you go. 8. This book of the law shall not depart from your mouth, but you shall meditate on it. But you shall meditate on it day and night, so that you may be careful to do according to all that is written in it. For then you will make your way prosperous, and then you will have success. 9. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not tremble or be dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. 10. Then Joshua commanded the officers of the people, saying, 11. Pass through the midst of the camp and command the people, saying, prepare provisions for yourselves, for within 3 days you are to cross this Jordan to go into possess the land which the Lord your God is giving you to possess it. 12. To the Reubenites and to the Gadites and to the half tribe of Manasseh, Joshua said, 13. Remember the word which Moses, the servant of the Lord, commanded you, saying, the Lord your God gives you rest and will give you this land. 14. Your wives, your little ones, and your cattle shall remain in the land which Moses gave you beyond the Jordan, but you shall cross before your brothers in battle array, all your valiants and all your valiant warriors, and shall help them. 15. Until the Lord gives your brothers rest, as he gives you, and they also possess the land which the Lord is giving them. Then you shall return to your own land and possess that which Moses, the servant of the Lord, gave you beyond the Jordan toward the sunrise. 16. They answered Joshua, saying, all that you have commanded us we will do, and whatever you send us we will go. 17. Just as we obeyed Moses in all things, so we will obey you. Only may the Lord your God be with us as he was with Moses. 18. Anyone who rebels against your command and does not obey your words in all that you command him shall be put to death. Only be strong and courageous. Joshua 2, New American Standard Bible 1. Then Joshua the son of Nun sent 2 men as spies separately from Hittim, saying, go view the land, especially Jericho. So they went and came to the house of Harlot, whose name was Rahab, and lodged there too. It was told the king of Jericho, saying, behold, men from the sons of Israel have come here tonight to search out the land. 3. And the king of Jericho sent word to Rahab, saying, bring out the men who have come to you, who have entered your house, for they have come to search out all the land. 4. But the woman had taken the 2 men and hidden them, and said, yes, the men came to me, but I did not know where they were from. 5. It came about when it was time to shut the gate at dark, that the men went out. I do not know where the men went. Pursue them quickly, for you will overtake them. 6. But she had brought them up to the roof and hidden them in the stalks, S-T-A-L-K-S, stalks of flax, which she had laid in order on the roof. 7. So the men pursued them on the road to the Jordan, to the fords, and as soon as those who were pursuing them had gone out, they shut the gate. 8. Now before they lay down, she came up to them on the roof. 9. And she said to the men, I know that the Lord has given you the land, and that the terror of you has fallen on us, and that all the inhabitants of the land have melted away before you. 10. For we have heard how the Lord dried up the water of the Red Sea before you when you came out of Egypt, and what you did to the 2 kings of Amorites who were beyond the Jordan, to Sihon and Og, whom you utterly destroyed. 11. When we had it, our hearts melted, and no courage remained in any man any longer because of you. For the Lord your God, He is God in heaven above and on earth beneath. 12. Now therefore please swear to me by the Lord, since I have dealt kindly with you, that you also will deal kindly with my father's household, and give me a pledge of truth. 13. And spare my father and my mother and my brothers and my sisters with all who belong to them, and deliver our lives from death. 14. So the men say to her, Our life for yours, if you do not tell this business of ours. And it shall come about, when the Lord gives us the land, that we will deal kindly and faithfully with. 15. Then she let them down by a rope through the window, for her house was on the city wall, so that she was living on the wall. 16. She said to them, Go to the hill country, so that the pursuers will not happen upon you, and hide yourselves there for 3 days until the pursuers return. Then afterward you may go on your way. 17. The men said to her, We shall be free from this oath to you, which you have made us swear. 18. Unless when you come into the land, you tie this cord of scarlet thread in the window through which you let us down, and gather to yourself into the house your father and your mother and your brothers and all your father's household. 19. It shall come about that anyone who goes out of the doors of your house into the street, his blood shall be on his own head, and we shall be free. But anyone who is with you in the house, his blood shall be on your head, if a hand is laid on him. 20. But if you tell his business of ours, then we shall be free from the oath which you have made us swear. 21. She said, According to your words, so be it. So she sent them away, and they departed, and she tied the scarlet cord in the window. 22. They departed and came to the hill country, and remained there for 3 days, until the pursuers returned. Now the pursuers had sought them all along the road, but had not found them. 23. Then the 2 men returned and came down from the hill country, and crossed over, and came to Joshua the son of Nun, and they related to him all that had happened to them. Joshua 2, New American Standard Bible. 24. They said to Joshua, Surely the Lord has given all the land into our hands. Moreover, all the inhabitants of the land have melted away before us. Joshua 3, New American Standard Bible. 1. Then Joshua rose early in the morning, and he and all the sons of Israel set out from Shittim, and came to the Jordan, and they lodged there before they crossed. 2. At the end of 3 days, the officers went through the midst of the camp. 3. And they commanded the people, saying, When you see the ark of the covenant of the Lord your God, with the Levitical priests carrying it, then you shall set out from your place and go after it. For, however, there shall be between you and it a distance of about 2,000 cubits by measure. Do not come near it, that you may know the way by which you shall go, for you have not passed this way before. 5. Then Joshua said to the people, Consecrate yourselves, for tomorrow the Lord will do wonders among you. 8. And Joshua spoke to the priests, saying, Take up the ark of the covenant and cross over ahead of the people. So they took up the ark of the covenant and went ahead of the people. 7. Now the Lord said to Joshua, This day I will begin to exalt you in the sight of all Israel, that they may know that just as I have been with Moses, I will be with you. 8. You shall moreover command the priests who are carrying the ark of the covenant, saying, when you come to the edge of the waters of the Jordan, you shall stand still in the Jordan. 9. Then you shall say to the sons of Israel, come here and hear the words of the Lord your God. 10. You shall say, by this you shall know that the living God is among you, and that he will assuredly dispose from before the Canaanite, the Hittite, and the Hivite, the Perizzite, the Gashite, and Amorite, and Jebusite. 11. Behold, the ark of the covenant of the Lord of the earth is crossing over ahead of you in the Jordan. 12. Now then take for yourselves 12 men from the tribes of Israel, 1 man for each tribe. 13. It shall come about when the soles of the feet of the priests who carry the ark of the covenant, the Lord of all the earth, rest in the waters of Jordan. The waters of Jordan will be cut off, and the waters which are flowing down from above will tarry in one heap. 14. So when the people set out from their tents to cross the Jordan with the priests carrying the ark of the covenant before the people. 15. And when those who carried the ark came into the Jordan, and the feet of the priests carrying the ark were dipped in the edge of water, for the Jordan overflows all its banks all the days of harvest. 16. The waters which were flowing down from above stood and rose up in one heap, a great distance away at Adam, the city that is beside Zarethan, and those which were flowing down toward the sea of the Arabah, the salt sea, were completely cut off. So the people crossed opposite Jericho. 17. And the priest who carried the ark of the covenant of the Lord stood firm on dry ground in the middle of the Jordan, while all Israel crossed on dry ground until all the nation had finished crossing the Jordan. Joshua 4, New American Standard Bible 1. Now when all the nation had finished crossing the Jordan, the Lord spoke to Joshua, saying, 2. Take for yourselves 12 men from the people, 1 man from each tribe. 3. And command them, saying, take up for yourselves 12 stones from here, out of the middle of the Jordan, from the place where the priests' feet are standing firm, and carry them over with you, and lay them down in the lodging place where you will lodge tonight. 4. So Joshua called the 12 men whom he had appointed from the sons of Israel, 1 man from each tribe. 5. And Joshua said to them, cross again to the ark of the Lord your God into the middle of the Jordan, and each of you take up a stone on his shoulder, according to the number of the tribes of the sons of Israel. 6. Let this be a sign among you, so that when your children ask later, saying, what do these stones mean to you? 7. Then you shall say to them, because the waters of the Jordan were cut off before the ark of the covenant of the Lord, when it crossed the Jordan, the waters of the Jordan were cut off. So these stones shall become a memorial to the sons of Israel forever. 8. Thus the sons of Israel did as Joshua commanded, and took up 12 stones from the middle of the Jordan, just as the Lord spoke to Joshua, according to the number of the tribes of the sons of Israel, and they carried them over with them to the lodging place and put them down there. 9. Then Joshua set up 12 stones in the middle of the Jordan at the place where the feet of the priests who carried the ark of the covenant were standing, and they are there to this day. 10. For the priests who carried the ark were standing in the middle of the Jordan until everything was completed, that the Lord had commanded Joshua to speak to the people according to all that Moses had commanded Joshua. And the people hurried and crossed. 11. And when all the people had finished crossing, the ark of the Lord and the priests crossed before the people. 12. The sons of Reuben and the sons of Gad and the half tribe of Manasseh crossed over in battle array before the sons of Israel, just as Moses had spoken to them. 13. About 40,000 equipped for war crossed for battle before the Lord to the desert plains of Jericho. 14. On that day the Lord exalted Joshua in the sight of all Israel, so that they revered him just as they had revered Moses all the days of his life. 15. Now the Lord said to Joshua. 16. Command the priests who carry the ark of the testimony that they come up from the Jordan. 17. So Joshua commanded the priests, saying, Come up from Jordan. 18. It came about when the priests who carried the ark of the covenant of the Lord had come up from the middle of the Jordan, and the soles of the priests' feet were lifted up to the dry ground, and that the waters of the Jordan returned to their place and went over all its banks as before. 19. Now the people came up from the Jordan on the 10th of the first month and camped at Gilgal on the eastern edge of Jericho. 20. Those 12 stones which they had taken from the Jordan, Joshua set up at Gilgal. 21. He said to the sons of Israel, when your children ask their fathers in time to come, saying, What are these stones? 22. Then you shall inform your children, saying, Israel crossed this Jordan on dry ground. 23. For the Lord your God dried up the waters of the Jordan before you until you had crossed, just as the Lord your God had done to the Red Sea, which he dried up before us until we had crossed. 24. That all the peoples of the earth may know that the hand of the Lord is mighty, so that they may fear the Lord your God forever. Joshua 5, New American Standard Bible. 1. Now it came about when all the kings of Amorites who were beyond the Jordan to the west, and all the kings of the Canaanites who were by the sea, heard how the Lord had dried up the waters of the Jordan before the sons of Israel until they had crossed, that their hearts melted, and there was no spirit in them any longer because of the sons of Israel. 2. At that time the Lord said to Joshua, make for yourself flint, F-L-I-N-T, flint knives, and circumcise again the sons of Israel the second time. 3. So Joshua made himself flint knives and circumcised the sons of Israel at Jebeth Harados. Jebeth Harados. 4. This is the reason why Joshua circumcised them. All the people who came out of Egypt, who were males, all the males of war, died in the wilderness along the way after they came out of Egypt. 5. For all the people who came out were circumcised, but all the people who were born in the wilderness along the way as they came out of Egypt had not been circumcised. 6. For the sons of Israel walked 40 years in the wilderness until all the nation, that is, the men of war who came out of Egypt, perished because they did not listen to the voice of the Lord, to whom the Lord had sworn that he would not let them see the land which the Lord had sworn to their fathers to give us, a land flowing with milk and honey. 7. Their children whom he raised up in their place, Joshua circumcised, for they were uncircumcised because they had not circumcised them along the way. 8. Now when they had finished circumcising all the nation, they remained in their places in the camp until they were healed. 9. Then the Lord said to Joshua, today I have rolled away the reproach of Egypt from you. So the name of that place is called Gilgal to this day. 10. Where the sons of Israel camped at Gilgal, they observed the Passover on the evening of the 14th day of the month on the desert plains of Jericho. 11. On the day after the Passover, on that very day, they ate some of the produce of the land, and leavened cakes and parched grain. 12. The manna ceased on the day after they had eaten some of the produce of the day, so that the sons of Israel no longer had manna, but they ate some of the yield of the land of Canaan during that year. 13. Now it came about when Joshua was by Jericho that he lifted up his eyes and looked, and behold, a man was standing opposite him with his sword drawn in his hand. And Joshua went to him and said to him, Are you for us or for our adversaries? But he said, No, rather I indeed come now as captain of the host of the Lord. And Joshua fell down on his face to the earth and bowed down and said to him, What has my Lord to say to his servant? 15. The captain of the Lord's host said to Joshua, Remove your sandals from your feet, for the place where you are standing is holy. And Joshua did so. Joshua 6, New American Standard Bible. 1 Joshua. Now Jericho was tightly shut because of the sons of Israel. No one went out and no one came in. 2. The Lord said to Joshua, See, I have given Jericho into your hand with its king and the valiant warriors. 3. You shall march around the city, all the men of war circling the city once. You shall do so for 6 days. 4. Also 7 priests shall carry 7 trumpets of rams' horns before the ark. Then on the 7th day you shall march around the city 7 times, and the priests shall blow the trumpets. 5. It shall be that when they make a long blast with the ram's horn, and when you hear the sound of the trumpet, all the people shall shout with a great shout, and the wall of the city will fall down flat, and the people will go up, every man straight ahead. 6. So Joshua the son of Nun called the priests and said to them, Take up the ark of the covenant, and let 7 priests carry the trumpets of rams' horns before the ark of the Lord. 7. Then he said to the people, Go forward and march around the city, and let the armed men go on before the ark of the Lord. 8. And it was so that when Joshua had spoken to the people, the 7 priests carrying the 7 trumpets of rams' horns before the Lord went forward and blew the trumpets, and the ark of the covenant of the Lord followed them. 9. The armed men went before the priests who blew the trumpets, and the rear guard came after the ark while they continued to blow the trumpets. 10. But Joshua commanded the people, saying, You shall not shout, nor let your voice be heard, nor let a word proceed out of your mouth until the day I tell you, Shout, then you shall shout. 11. So he had the ark of the Lord taken around the city, circling it once. Then they came into the camp and spent the night in the camp. 12. Now Joshua rose early in the morning, and the priests took up the ark of the Lord. 13. The 7 priests carrying the 7 trumpets of rams' horns before the ark of the Lord went on continually and blew the trumpets, and the armed men went before them, and the rear guard came after the ark of the Lord while they continued to blow trumpets. 14. Thus the second day they marched around the city once and returned to the camp. They did so for 6 days. 15. Then on the 7th day they rose early at the dawning at the dawning of the day, and marched around the city in the same manner 7 times. Only on the day that they marched around the city 7 times. 16. At seventh time, when the priests blew. Yeah? When the priests blew the trumpets, Joshua said to them, "Shout, for the Lord has given you the city." 7. The city shall be under the ban. It and all that is in it belongs to the Lord. Only Rahab the harlot and all who are with her in the house shall live, because she hid the messengers whom we sent. 18. But as for you, only keep yourselves from the things under the ban, so that you do not cover them, and take some of the things under the ban, and make the camp of Israel accursed. Accuse. A-W-R-S-E. Camp of accused, and bring trouble on it. Accursed, and bring trouble on it. 19. But all the silver and gold and the articles of bronze and iron are holy to the Lord. They shall go into the treasury of the Lord. 20. So the people shouted, and the priests blew the trumpets. And when the people heard the sound of the trumpet, the people shouted with a great shout, and the wall fell down flat, so that the people went up into the city, every man straight ahead, and they took the city. 21. The altar destroyed everything in the city, both man and woman, young and old, and ox and sheep and donkey, with the edge of the sword. 22. Joshua said to the 2 men who had spied out the land, "Go into the harlot's house and bring the woman and all she has out of there, as you have sworn to her." We have to begin from there. We have to begin from there.